I just put up a video, and I can't get it on one, and it will sound garbled because I'm not able. The life I'm living, I'm lucky to be alive. I guess I'm lucky I'm in so much hell. But anyway, I wanted to put this so you can connect it. This is Hustler, Larry Flint, where he endorsed me. I had written about what you can do with mind control back in '75 till April Fool Day of '80 when they put antifreeze in me and I should have died. And I mean, it was a living hell. You can't describe what they did to me. But I put all that up before. The reason I want to finish this off was that Larry Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And I was living at Moonraker Apartments in Marietta, not Georgia, and doing the book. And so much happened to me and my sons there. It was torture. They were beautiful apartments. I've never had one since then or before, really. They originally were owned by Penthouse Magazine. They sold it, and oh my goodness, now I'm going to go blank. Oh my God, out of Utah, the genealogy, the religion. I'm going blank right now. I'm so sick. I'm allergic to chemicals, by the way. I've put that on here, and my immune system attacks itself when I'm in close quarters with toxic fumes, and that's what's happened. I've had so much carbon monoxide around me the last week till I can't talk. Salt Lake City, Utah, help me out here. There's nobody here, by the way. I'm talking to the video. It's a joke about help me out here. Of course I can't unless I cut it off. So I'm using time up that I shouldn't. Let me go on to it. I wanted this to go to the other, it'll be 1 and 2. And today's the 14th of October of 2015. Larry Flint was shot, and the person was programmed to shoot him. So the person who's programmed is a victim just like Mr. Flint or like the Tucson, Arizona man that ended up shooting himself. Isn't it strange how Oklahoma City was Terry, I'm forgetting the names now because I've been so sick in here. Brian Nichols, not Brian, Brian's the one in Atlanta that did the shootings. Anyway, the Oklahoma City bombing. He's dead. The other one's Terry Nichols is in jail in Oklahoma. People have been incarcerated and put to death when they're victims as much as anybody or more so of mind control. And I wanted to go on and connect this one because I was trying to tell what you can do with mind control. And you talk about the candidates last night. You asked one of them if you could get the media to do it, all right, about mind control and see what their reaction is, and ask them then why are they not discussing it? Because all you have to do is Google about mind control and MK Ultra and all that. You may not be able to put them together like I can. They were deliberately done in patterns. Doesn't show mind control murders doesn't show up on a forensic on an autopsy. It's hard to prove unless they were done in patterns. So these were deliberately done in patterns over the years. And I wanted to go back to it's a timeline involving a timeline in it. I wanted to go back because Hugh Hefner, and I just heard that maybe he announced this last fall, which I didn't hear it. But anyway, that he's going to stop publishing totally nude photos. The point I'm making, I'm not sure his timeline doesn't tie into this too, because when I was out at Flint's, I sit there and listen to him. He was on the phone to Penthouse, and he was talking about political. He was talking about the truth, Rebel magazine that we shut down, the Bloomingdale tapes, the Reagans, and all kinds of stuff. He was printing the truth, and he went to prison. So I'm not sure that the only link I want to say this, Hugh Hefner's, I believe it was his last wife that lives next door to Playboy magazine, was from Moulton, Alabama, and I bet you won't find another Moulton, Alabama that married anybody really famous. I don't think so anyway. That's where I was taken, and finished high school and all that, and they gave me another name. But when I was doing the book, and this is the point I wanted to make here, I'm not sure it's even linked or connected, but I had sent my book manuscript to Playboy Press. And Arthur Kretschmer, his name was on Playboy magazine, on the executives, showed up on the side, just like this one would here. I don't have it right at the moment, but on the side of Hustler, they're executives. Okay, my ex-husband had gone to him, and Mr. Kretschmer, I actually called him and got through to him. They were in Chicago then, the home office, I believe. This would have been about 77, 78. Mr. Kretschmer said, we've turned it over to our attorneys, and we're going to see what we can do to help you. Well, it was later, about a year later or so, year and a half, on, I believe, May the 12th, and I'm leaving out a bunch of stuff. You can't put it in. But the plane carrying Hefner's, a bunch of his executives, but Arthur Kretschmer wasn't one of them, but they went down in the passenger jet that went down. I believe it crashed right outside Chicago back then. It was May the 12th of 70, it might have been right, 78, which is ironic in itself. I just moved to Laurelwood Apartments. I believe that was the date. I didn't go back and look because right at the moment I feel so bad with what's been done to me. I can't, I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to put that down, and I'm going to put this. And this is not going to make any sense to some of you unless somebody cared to go and, I said somebody could almost write a book from, this is my dad, Edward the Eighth, who never married Wallace Simpson. He married my mother, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, who's the sister to artist Georgia O'Keefe. So that whole thing, the 99-year seal put on his forced abdication to cover up my birth, his never married, that was a total lie. All the photos were made of a imposter wearing diapers and all this stuff. And nothing's been corrected. History has remained, and it's Elizabeth's illegal. Her father, George VI, helped take down my dad with Joe Kennedy and the Roosevelts, Rockefellers, Rothschilds. And they changed history to where the United States put all its troops over everything British because of George VI's illegal treaties and Elizabeth's. And she's kept it up, and yes, she knows about me. And what's been done to me while she spends my money and gave away Great Britain. So now then, I was going back to something else, and I'm not going to be able to pick it up. I got to tell them that. But you can take planes down. That's what I was trying to say. You can program a mechanic to sabotage it. The pilot can be placed under mind control. They don't know it. It's done at a low-level frequency. They're not even aware they're getting it. Edward Snowden only touched the tip of the iceberg of what's really going on, and he's exiled to Russia. And you've got this going on last night, this debate, and not a one of them talked about that. It's not the Rifle Association or any of these are to take away your guns. Like they started this with the shooting of Reagan with suddenly I'm forgetting the names now. Hinckley Jr. was supposed to have he did shoot at Reagan. He was programmed. He's in a mental hospital. They're using the mental system when this has nothing to do with mental illness. And they're blaming it on it. They program the behavior in and make it mimic. But the psychiatrists and doctors know the truth. They can differentiate. So you ask real quick, what are they doing to your children, and why don't they speak up? Look at all the money that's invested in hospitals, mental health clinics, and resorts almost like this where they can put you in. Anyway, you can take down planes, do anything with mind control. And I was putting the Hustler Playboy magazine because their plane went down, and I'd sent they were on the passenger plane, and those died. And it was a little later that they moved to Los Angeles, just like Larry FLYNT did, and moved Hustler magazine out there. But they had my book, and